So Sakamoto Days is one of the newest animes of the winter season, and so far I have pretty much enjoyed it. I do believe the fans were overreacting when it came to the bad animation in the opening song. I think it's fine. And for the first 2 episodes, the animation is pretty good. I think episode 1 had better animation, but so far so good. But while we wait for episode 3 next Saturday, there has been something that has been happening with the way the episodes have been releasing that I think is quite concerning. On December 21st, 2024, the Sakamoto second PV was released with additional casting information, and in one of the replies, this anime news account titled Anime News by Air also announced that in Japan, Netflix streaming of Sakamoto Days begins with a 2-episode premiere on January 2024. So basically, if you were living in Japan, you get the first 2 episodes out already, and I thought that's cool for the Japanese audience. Yes, it sucks that we in the West can't get those first 2 episodes released on the same day, but I assumed that Netflix Japan would delay Sakamoto Days by 1 week just so that Japan and the rest of the world will be on the same path, releasing the same episodes week to week. But no, I didn't realize that not only did Netflix release the first 2 episodes on January the 11th, but the day the Western world got episode 2 was the day that Netflix Japan got episode 3. I was honestly kind of stunned by this. Netflix has been no stranger to putting their animes into anime jail in the past. With JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, the Stone Ocean arc, JoJo Fridays became a thing of the past, as that was the day they used to always release the JoJo episodes weekly. Putting an anime into Netflix jail seriously harms the momentum of the series. You just release all the episodes all at once, people will talk about it for a day or 2 and then move on, just forgotten about. And plus, whenever they do that, put animes into Netflix jail, like the 7 Deadly Sins as well, there isn't a whole lot of promotion, as the anime is already being released in Japan week to week. Fans living outside of Japan would have to wait a couple of weeks or a couple of months for the anime series to release, whether that's JoJo or the 7 Deadly Sins. And that sucks, you know, because that's just going to make people want to pirate these series if they can't watch it the same time as the Japanese audiences can. Disney Plus also had this issue as well with a big popular series called Summertime Rendering, but fortunately with series like Dan Da Dan and Bleach the Thousand Year Blood War arc, it does look like they are starting to go by the weekly release, releasing the episodes on the same day as Japan, which is good. And I truly believe that Sakamoto Days was going to go down that route, as episode 3 of Sakamoto Days is already out in Japan right now. You need a VPN to access that, and no one's going to purchase a VPN just to watch another episode. If that episode is already out on Netflix Japan and they can't access it, then they're going to sell the 7 Seas and find other places to watch that episode. Now, I don't think I'm gonna blame Netflix for this. I do feel like it's the studio running Sakamoto that may be to blame for this, the studio being TMS. And many people on Reddit have already caught onto this, calling the downfall of the Sakamoto threads, as people would already have watched the episodes on those unknown websites. Some Redditors have stated that this has happened to Blue Box, so it ain't the first time at all. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I think this is pretty bad, because they are absolutely destroying the weekly hype and anticipation, and for those who aren't even aware of this situation, they're gonna get spoiled a whole week in advance. And no surprise, this is going to of course make people want to pirate these shows. I mean, at this point, why pay for such a high price for Netflix when it's already out on these other sites? Netflix every few months keeps upping their prices over and over again, and if Sakamoto fans are only subscribed to Netflix just for this series, they might even reconsider their purchase to Netflix. Now, as I said before, this isn't Netflix's fault. I think this is indeed the production committee who have given permission to Netflix to release their episodes. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This might explain why I haven't seen quite a whole lot of talk about Sakamoto Days this week, as people have probably already seen the newest episodes. I will not be going onto those unknown websites, despite this being kind of annoying, and despite me potentially getting spoiled, I will still support the legal way to watch this series on Netflix. But hopefully this is just a one-time thing, and hopefully in the future TMS doesn't do this with their other future projects with Netflix. But tell me in the comments down below what you guys think of all this. Like this video, subscribe for more anime videos, but thank you for watching, and as always, a boy do the view, signing out.